Yeah, okay. So today, it's kind of a continuation of what we talked about last week. So last week we kind of touched on like the language and like the region, keyboard functions in the settings. And today we're going to talk about some other things that we can do with the settings. Let's just skip that. So today we're going to talk about the display, sound, notifications and battery, and passcode. So these are all things that if you want, you can like follow along with your phone and see if you can do it as well. So first, let's talk about the brightness. So the brightness is essentially, just like if your eyes hurt because it's too bright or you can't see because the screen's too dark, you can adjust it according to the screen brightness according to how you feel comfortable with. So first you go into settings, which is this icon over here on the left. It's like a gray gear thing. You go into there and then you scroll down to where it says display and brightness. And when you go into there, you'll see this screen. And what you essentially do is you go down to this kind of ribbon down here with the two suns, and you can hold on to this circle and scroll left or right to adjust the brightness.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, the good thing about smartphones is that there's always a shortcut to something, right? So a shortcut to this is you don't have to go all the way into settings. You can stay on your home screen and go into the control center. So for the new phones, like we learned last week, with the no buttons, the control center, you swipe down from the right top right corner, and then you'll get this control center. If you have the button, like I do, you swipe up from the bottom. And then this rectangle over here with the sun is what you use to control the brightness. And next is dark mode. So dark mode is essentially just it's kind of like a design, like a theme for your phone. So like the default theme is just light, which is white background and black letters. Like it is, sorry, I'm just waiting for the video to, like it is here. But dark is just the opposite. So the background is black and the letters are white. And so this isn't really like a functionality thing. It's not like really for a specific purpose. It's just like the appearance. Like if you like this kind of color, then like you just go with that. So you can change it through the settings by going into settings and display and brightness and just clicking on the dark picture right here. And like always, there's always a shortcut through the control center. You bring down the control center and you actually use this display and brightness, this brightness control again. Instead of scrolling up and down, you just press on it for a few seconds, like a bit longer with your finger. And then when you press on it from here, this will pop up. And then on the bottom, there's a dark mode button on the left, and you can just click on that to turn it on or off. That's essentially how you get dark mode. And next is night shift. So I actually think night shift, do you guys know about night shift?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, some of you do.
I set up sleep at 11 and wake up at 7. Then in that case, it's supposed to be no ringing on the phone during that time. But I don't know why all of a sudden it's ringing. It does work at the beginning, but then last week, the week before, somebody phoned me at 12:30, and the phone is ringing. So I don't know whether I screw up anything. So maybe later you can teach me. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. So what Angela is talking about is actually something different from night shifts. So night shift is actually it's similar to what you use to kind of get enough rest though, because like you know, when there's like things like from your phone, there's like it's really bright, right? Especially at night when your eyes are kind of adjusted to the darkness. So what night shift actually does is it takes your phone color, like the screen of your phone, and it shifts it to a warmer color so that your eyes are less tired when you're looking at the screen. So a lot of people like this because like at night, their eyes are adjusted to like the darkness outside. So they're like, um, they want a more warmer color that's easier on their eyes. So how you get that is you go into settings, and once again, you go into display and brightness, and you actually click on night shift this time, and it'll take you to a screen for the where you can turn on night shift. And when you turn on night shift, if you can see on the right here, do you guys kind of see how it's a bit yellow? Yeah, that's what the screen will turn into. It'll turn from like a very bright like clear color to a little bit more muted yellowish color, so that your eyes will be a bit more relaxed, I guess, when looking at the screen, or less tired. And
My night shift is off. How can I turn it back on?
yes, are you in settings right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you go into
night
display and
shift. I
brightness.
did go
Okay,
into.
and then you go
Yeah.
into night shift.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And then
then
when it's come out, it's at less warm and more warm. So you just move around over there. Okay,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
good.
Yeah. So you
Okay,
can
good.
manually enable until
Yeah.
tomorrow and then adjust it according, like you just said.
Yeah.
You've already
Because
mastered it,
at first I
Angela.
thought that you got it on, and when you off, you can press it on, but then it doesn't. It just go right into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've already mastered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Huh? No, why are you sorry? It's okay. Yeah, so you can actually adjust this according to the control center as well. So you can, I think it was supposed to be a video, but you can't actually see it. But what you do is you go into control center, and like we did before, you kind of long press on the brightness rectangle. And then once again, this will pop up. And on the bottom right, I think, for most phones, night shift will be on the bottom right or in the middle. So, and then you just click on that and it'll automatically turn night shift on according to whatever settings, like the less warm or less more warm setting that you adjusted to. Um, okay, and then next is the auto lock function. So what auto lock is essentially when you're on your phone and you might keep your screen on for a while you're distracted by something else, and while your phone is on, like the screen will be on while you're distracted by something else, your phone will automatically kind of count down the seconds for how long you're not on your phone, and it'll automatically turn off the screen and also turn the lock screen on. And so you can actually adjust the amount of time before your screen turns off. And how you do that is you go into settings and display and brightness, and you scroll down to auto lock. And once you go into there, you'll be able to see a list of times that you can choose to until your phone like turns off the screen and locks goes into the lock screen. And so yeah, so you can also choose like never. So your screen will always be on unless you like turn it off yourself. And yeah, so that's just according to your own preference as well. So if you see the note on the bottom, it says attention is detected when you're looking at the screen, and when attention is detected, iPhone does not dim the display. So like things like when you're on like Facebook or like WhatsApp or I guess YouTube, since your attention is on the screen, your phone won't auto lock even if it extends like 5 minutes. That's essentially what it's saying. It's only when you're like not looking at your phone and not touching it that it will auto lock after the amount of time you've chosen. Any questions so far? I know I like kind of talked a lot, but anybody have questions regarding what I just talked about?
Okay. I don't see myself.
Oh,
So how can I show you something? Can you see me?
oh yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
But I don't see myself. So anyway, when you said that go to control center and press, and it will come out with the whatever. When I press, it don't go anywhere.
Oh, could you move your phone more in front of your face?
In front of my face.
Okay.
See it?
Yeah.
No, but how can I see you? How can I see myself?
Oh yeah, that's the right direction. I think it's because of like the gallery view.
The
So
gallery disappear.
oh no, okay.
So then I know that I can show you exactly where I am. No? Because you got, most probably you got the share screen locked. So only the host can share in this meeting. So okay, so I can't. And I don't see the gallery out there because that on ask for help, that area is a question mark. Okay, anyway, you, as long as you see me, what you just talking about that on the display, no, on when you pull down is control screen, right?
Yeah.
And whatever you show underneath, I don't see the thing that you show underneath. On my lock screen is different.
Oh yeah, so what you have to do is do you see the do you see this on the screen right here? Do you see this?
Yeah.
Do you see the same thing on your phone? Okay.
Yeah.
So take your finger and press on it. Yeah, like that. And then you'll see pop up.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Okay. And then on the bottom, what do you see on the bottom below that?
I see. Okay,
oh,
that's
okay.
good.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, if not, we'll just move on to the next one.
Okay, one question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When I got this, how can I get it out?
Yeah.
Move it. I can't.
Oh, press on the side, like just anywhere else other than the. Does it not?
No, it's not moving.
Oh, usually when you're. Oh, I turned my screen off. Okay, yeah. Usually when you have this here, you can usually press on like the side anywhere else other than the control, and then it'll take you outside. So does it not do that for you?
No.
Oh, maybe it's a bit frozen. Maybe try just turning it on like with the button on the side.
Oh,
like
okay.
Click like the lock button. And
Okay.
then turn it back on.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, maybe your phone was just kind of like in a frozen mode and it just needed like a reminder to get out of there. Okay, perfect. Okay, sounds good. So, Allison?
So next thing we're gonna learn about is sound. Specifically, we're gonna learn about linear and outlets and volume. So in settings, there's a part called sounds and haptics. If you click that, you can choose a lot of options about sound. So by the vibrate on ring and vibrate on silent, you can choose whether to vibrate or not on ring and silent. And and also you can control the volume of the ringer and outlets by the red boxed button. So if you choose to have full volume when you have your ringing, when you have a call, you can control with that volume button, and you can also select to you can also choose whether to change with the volume, silence button or not when you control your ringing volume. And
I have a question. Last time I set the ringer to the middle. Now it turned back down to 0. So it turned it off. Why is that? Should I change? And my change with button is green. Should I turn it off? You see, do you see?
oh no.
Oh, the other side.
Should I have the change with button? Should I have turned it off? Now it's green. Should I turn it off?
Which
You
which
have?
button is it? Wait,
Like
I
in
cannot
here?
see your phone.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
can you see
are you
it?
talking about how last week we turned on the change with buttons
Yeah.
function under ringer alerts? Oh, okay.
Should I turn it
And you're
off? Now it's green.
It's your choice, but I rather turning it on because I found it's more useful
Oh,
to
okay.
turn it on.
it's totally up to you. Like Allison likes turning it on, but I like turning it off just because I like never really like turn on my sound. I mean my ringer, and I like just use the volume to adjust like my YouTube videos or something. And so like it's totally up to you.
Yeah, it's totally up to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Android.
Next slide is about the silent mode button. So there's a little button on your left side of your phone. So what this little thingy does is, so if you put it down, it becomes silent mode, and if you put it up, it becomes not silent. So you
How
can
come I don't have
adjust
that?
to silent.
How come I
Wait,
don't
you
see
don't have
those?
it?
No.
So it's at your left side of your phone.
Left side. I'm in
And-
setting, right? And then I'm in ring and alert, right?
No,
No.
like on the phone.
On the phone,
So,
and it's sun and head, right?
Hay có screen nè, Angela.
No, like on the phone device.
Physical phone
Like,
is.
Do you see it on the slide? No, I'm just
Sao
gonna show
phòng
my
pin à?
Hãy phòng pin.
Chỗ sáu pin phòng pin à?
It's like
Am I
it's
in
like
setting?
this.
Am I supposed to be
No,
in
not
setting?
setting. Your physical
No,
phone.
no, not on the setting, but on the device, like here.
Oh.
Do you see?
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. It looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
pen.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
fine,
This
that's
one.
good. Yeah.
So
I
if
thought
you
it
put
looked
it
like a pen for
down,
me.
if you put it down, it becomes silent. Put it up, it becomes not silent. So if you put it on silent, you will not have the ringer sound when you have a call. So yeah. And so we talked about the vibrate on ring and vibrate on silent on the previous slide. You can adjust whether to vibrate or not on that with that buttons. Next slide.
Can I ask a question? Does it mean that it would not turn off my ring, right? It just ring, also vibrate. Does it mean if I turn it on?
Oh, if you turn the silence mode on, everything is silent except alarm. Yeah, so phone is silent, message notification is silent. Everything is
see.
silent but except alarm.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the phone won't ring.
Yeah, the phone won't ring.
Okay, thank you.
If you
I don't
put it
want that because I miss the phone call at the time. Yeah. Unless I'm in a meeting, right? Yeah, okay.
So it's supposed to be both on green, right? The
No.
vibrate on ring.
Oh, if you want the vibration on ring and silent, you can turn it on, but if you do not want it, then you can turn it off.
Okay,
So
vibrate
yeah,
on
green is
silent.
Hmm?
Okay.
Pardon? Yep, sound, tones, and ringtones. So on sound and haptics, you can choose ringtones, text tones, a lot of notification sounds here as well. So if you want to change ringtone, you can change it here. If you want to change text tone, you can change it here. New voicemail, new mail, there's a lot of variation here. And you can also change the ringtone depending on the contact. So contact, ringtone, or text tone, you can change it on the sound and haptics as well. Yeah, next slide. Any questions?
No.
What does that thing called change with buttons mean? The volume, the range alert will
Oh,
be affected by the volume button.
Yeah,
it
that one
means
over here.
so. Oh, this one.
Change with button.
buttons means
Yeah.
so you have the volume button on your left side of your device, right?
Mm-hmm.
Change with buttons means you can change the volume of the phone ringing volume with that volume control button. If you
Oh,
choose to
okay.
not change with buttons, you cannot change it with that
Okay.
volume button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
That is supposed to be
So,
off, right? That button is supposed to be
oh,
off.
you can turn it on, you can turn it off. It's up to you.
Okay.
So, yeah, I chose to turn it on because I chose it's more comfortable to control my volume with the volume buttons.
With the
Mhm.
physical button. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
mhm.
Yeah.
And then next slide. So notifications, do not disturb. This this is for when you do not want the notifications to disturb you. So if you go to settings and go to do not disturb and turn it on, you do not get the notifications banner, but it's still on the notification, but you just do not get the sudden notification. So it's useful, especially when you go to bed and when you're sleeping, because sometimes the notification sounds disturb your sleeping. So the easiest way to turn it on is go to your control center and turn on the moon-like symbol, so
Moonlight.
that you utilize that. So I'll show you how to turn it on in case. So can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
So I'm on the home screen right now. So if you scroll it down, and do you see the moon button here?
Yeah.
So if you click that, yes. It
So
will
when
be, the
it's
background will be white.
with color, that means off, right? On.
On.
Without
When with
color is
color,
off.
when the no, when the background is white, it means
Mhm.
it's turned on. This is turned off. This is
Okay.
turned on when the moon is purple. So if you
Okay.
click that,
So you
you do not
remember
get the
that at the
notification.
beginning I told you that I set up the time and my moon is off, right? Do not disturb, but then my
Yeah, you
phone is
can.
still ringing.
Oh, did you set the time?
I set the time from
But it's
11 to 7, but
Mhm.
it rang at 12:30.
That's maybe. Oh, I don't know why, but maybe you manually turned it off by accident. I don't know,
Well,
but it should
I
be
just go
working
in
well.
and it's off, right? I just
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you
So-
might have to like see what kind of settings you put for your phone. So on this
Mhm.
screen here, you can see that there's also like specific things that you can choose for like your phone. So maybe you have to see if you have to like change those depending on.
So
Yeah.
go to setting and go to do not disturb, right?
Yeah.
Do not disturb is underneath, or do not disturb.
With the first button. Oh, schedule.
Setting and setting. Where is this screen that I can see? Do not disturb. On setting, do not disturb. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
on my do not disturb, did you see me? It's all gray color, so it's nothing is green. So and schedule. Oh, okay, the schedule. Press the
Yeah, so you
schedule.
turn on the schedule. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
look at the schedule.
Did you see it? 10
Yeah,
to
yeah,
7.
yeah. I saw the
Yeah.
input.
Oh, because my schedule is off. My schedule is supposed to be on. Then in that
Oh, so
I don't
you
know
thought
why.
you turned it
Yeah.
on, but
I
uh-huh.
accidentally off and I didn't know. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
make sure you turned it on. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And alert style, you can change the style of getting the notification. So it's really specific that you can change the style of the notification for each app. So you can choose whether to only show on the lock screen, notification center, and get the sudden notification by banners. So you can choose it. So if you have a lot of notifications from one app in a short time, you might think it's disturbing. So you can choose to not show it on the banners so it does not disturb you while you're doing something else. So I'll quickly show you how to change it. Can you see my phone? So you go to notifications here. It's over sound and haptics. So if I want to turn off the email for, let's see, message. So you can, if you do not want the message notifications on banners, if you do not want it, you can click this button and the check mark will be gone. So if there's a check mark, it means it's on. If there's no check mark, it means it's off. You can also change the sound of the notification. So yeah, so if you click it, it has a sound. So you can choose the sound that you like. And you can also choose to turn on the badges. It's like the badges indicating to the numbers of messages that you're missing. So I found it's useful because I know that I recognize that I have a message that I did not read. And you can also just turn it off the notifications completely from this app. Specifically, yes. So that was the notification style. Yep. Next slide. Battery low power mode. So we kind of went through that last week, but I'm just gonna show it again. So if you go to settings and battery, you can turn it on the low power mode. And you can also see the battery status, like what you were using, what you use the battery the most, like what app used the battery the most. And on the control center, you can also turn on the low power mode. So yeah, last week we went through that. So if the battery thingy is yellow, it's turned on. When it's not, when it's white, it's not turned off. It's when it's not turned on. Yeah. So you can easily turn it on and turn it off on your control center by clicking that battery icon button. So when the background is white, it's turned on, and when it's dark, it's turned off.
Okay, one question. I have
this app here, Mate 2, and it's using 71% of it. So this means a
Wow.
lot, right?
Yeah, that means a lot.
So what
Do
should
you
I?
use that app a lot?
I just took a lesson
Um,
yesterday, so I was using it in class.
oh, that's a
It's,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah, so battery status depends on whether you use a lot or not. So the only way to save the battery from that app is just not using it or deleting it. So
deleting
yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah. But
Thank-
yeah, if you do not want it, yeah.
Yeah, I was just one lesson is using 71%. That's really
Yeah,
a lot.
that's a lot. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's
Alison,
useless to you, yeah.
how can I, on my control center, I don't have that battery logo. How can I put it in?
Can I see that
Where?
screen? Please?
Did you see it anywhere? I
Oh,
don't see myself, so I don't know whether I'm showing
okay. So you
properly.
can actually choose the how do like you can actually choose the controls. Yeah, controls on the settings as well. So if you go to settings, and do you see control center under general?
Setting control center under general. Okay, yeah. And then choose
And
battery, right?
and
And choose
do you see
battery.
this screen? Yeah. So you add it by
Oh,
the
I have to put edit.
by this. Yeah, you have to add it by clicking the plus button. And battery should come out in included controls
Is it,
like this.
more control,
Yeah,
battery.
how is there? It's called low power mode.
See? Yeah, low power mode.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it?
Oh, you said go to setting, go to control center, and control center inside including control flash time calculator and more control accessory alarm. I don't see battery there. Low power
low
mode.
power
Okay.
mode, not
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, add. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good. And wallpaper. So you can choose to change your wallpaper on settings as well. You can also do it on gallery, but it's up to you. It doesn't matter. It changes it anyway. So if you go to settings, wallpaper, you see
Wallpaper.
change a new wallpaper. You click that. You can choose your photos from your gallery. You can choose your photos from the wallpaper selections that iPhones provide. So where is it? Yeah. So I'll quickly show you how to do it as well. So wallpaper, paper. So you go to choose a new wallpaper here at the top. You click it, and you see all photos, recents, favorites, blah blah blah. You have those iPhone providing wallpapers here. And if I go to all photos and there are photos like this, you can select the photo that you want as your wallpaper. So it's really easy to change it. You just choose a new wallpaper, go to your photos, select one photo and adjust the size of it. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Next
Okay.
slide. Any questions so far?
You chose the wallpaper. You can choose it when you open it, and then you can choose it after. So you can choose two, right?
So
Yeah. So when you're off the phone, there is one screen.
mhm, mhm.
When you're off the phone, it's one screen, and then after you go into it, there is another screen.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. You can
Mhm.
choose
Home
different
screen.
wallpapers
Yeah.
on lock screen and home screen. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay, we're almost done. We're at the last section. So I think this part is most of you might have it, most of you might not already, but we're going to be talking about the passcode. So so this is different depending on the type of phone you have. So if you have like one of the newer models without the button, then you're going to have to follow the left picture. And if you have a button like I do on your phone, you're going to have to follow the right picture, okay? So if you want to set or change your passcode, you have to first go into settings and then scroll down to Face ID and passcode if you don't have the button, or if you have the button, go into Touch ID and passcode. And once you get into either Face ID and passcode or Touch ID and passcode, um, it'll take you to the screen shown on the, what is this, on the screen here. And so what you do is you just press turn on passcode, and then it'll take you through the steps to set up a password for your phone. And this password is used whenever you want to get into your phone through whenever you want to get into your phone after it's turned off from the black screen. Does everybody already have a passcode, or does somebody
Yes.
not have one yet?
Yeah.
I just
I
want to
don't.
ask. It's okay, Sue. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't. I can't find passcode. I can find the password.
Okay.
That pass.
Are you in settings?
Yeah.
And then do you have a button phone, or do you just have a full screen phone?
I use that I have the but okay.
Yeah, so you have the button. So
Yeah, I have the button.
okay, so if you
But
scroll down from your
yeah,
settings,
yeah.
there's gonna be something called Touch ID and Passcode.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Okay.
worries. Yeah,
Fine.
it's yeah,
Oh, okay.
the list is really long, so I have trouble finding it too, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And then once you go into there, if you already have a passcode set up, it'll ask you to put in your passcode. But if you
Oh,
don't,
okay.
you'll be able to set one up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and you can
Oh, okay.
you also have the option to change it if you want to change it, and that's also in the same area. So underneath, turn
Oh, okay.
passcode on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a question. My husband. Yeah. I have one old iPhone that is iPhone 6s Plus, okay, and I give it to my husband, and when he set up, he used the finger, but when it's set up, it's used finger, but afterwards it never worked. How can you get rid of the finger, the thumb not sign in?
Yeah, so we're actually
Okay.
going to be talking about the finger ID on the
Okay.
next two slides. So do you
Let's
wanna,
okay, wait.
yeah.
I can wait.
Yeah, maybe re-ask the question on that when we get to that slide, and we'll be able to kind of walk you through
Okay.
that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about Face ID. So Face ID is it's what's available for the newer models, so the ones without the button. So what it essentially is it's another way for you to unlock your phone. So instead of like having to type in your whole passcode, you just have to kind of show your face to your phone, and then it'll unlock your phone. it's kind of harder to use now because everybody's wearing masks and like your phone doesn't really recognize you with your
Yeah,
mask on.
that's true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a bit harder to use now, but before everybody had masks on and people
Mhm.
really liked it. And so how you set that up is if you have a newer model without the button, you go into settings, and like we talked about before, you go into Face ID and passcode. And essentially, yeah, so and then you can click set up Face ID, and it'll like show instructions into on how you can set it up. So this is just a kind of video of how you're supposed to do it. So you tap get started, and you have to like hold your phone like an arm length away, and you just have to show your face and like follow the instructions. And yeah, and then you're done setting your Face ID up. Yeah, it's not too hard. You just have to follow the instructions that your phone gives you, and you're good to go. So next is Touch ID, which is what Angela was interested in. And so you go into settings, and then you go into Touch ID and passcode. And when you're first setting it up, you can click add fingerprint, and this screen will show up. And what you have to do is you have to put whatever finger you want to unlock your phone with. So some people like using their thumb, some people like using their pointer finger, and you put your finger on and off the button without pressing it, just like lightly touching the button on and off repeatedly until this whole like fingerprint is like filled with the color pink. So, and once you're done, it'll
Can you get rid of it? That's what I'm.
yeah, you
wants to know.
can actually. So that's a really good question, because like you might have too many, right? Or like you might have somebody else's in there for
No,
some
when
reason, right?
if I want to use his phone, I can't do it because my finger is not equal to his finger, so it
Yeah.
won't unlock it for me.
Yeah, so so what you do is you click on, when you go into Touch ID and passcode, you click on whichever fingerprint you want to delete. So you would have to know which fingerprint is your husband. But like maybe you could just start over and just delete all the fingerprints on that you have right now and just start over again.
But now when I press it on, that's okay. It automatically come up with enter passcode. So
oh yeah, you need the passcode for that. Do you know if you're Yeah, so as long as you have the like in order to get into Touch ID and passcode, you need like the password itself. And then
now when I put in the passcode and then it come out there and it still got the fingerprint. Did you see it?
Over a bit to
Over
yeah.
this one?
Yeah, so so exactly. So do you see how there's like fingerprint
One.
how many fingerprints? Oh, one?
One.
And is that
only
your
one.
Is that your husband?
My husband. Yeah.
Okay, so you press on finger 1 and then you can just delete it.
Delete it. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can just add your own, and then you can like get into it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So if some of you don't have it right now, like maybe you don't have Face ID or you don't have Touch ID, we can like kind of, and you're still like wanting to set it up, we can help you through it during our Q&A session after.
So it's only the touch button phone has the Touch ID.
Yeah,
the newer
exactly.
model does only have the Face ID.
Yeah, like that's what I don't really like about, like these different types, because like some people prefer like Touch ID, but then they have like only Face ID, right? So yeah, so like the button has the Touch ID, while the phone with like no button has only Face ID. So I think yours is the newer model, so not newer model, but the model without the button, so you would have Face ID.
Okay.
Yeah. Any
Thank you.
questions?
And also the Face ID, can you delete it too?
Yeah, you can
your
delete it
phone
too.
wants to give it to somebody, and then in that case, somebody has to change their face, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And if you're like giving your phone to somebody else, you can just completely delete everything that's
Everything.
on the phone. Yeah, and that
Okay.
would include all the passwords.
Okay.
Okay. So essentially, we're supposed to have a quiz, but the answers always show up on the side. So, yeah, let's just read. I'll just read the questions out and then the answers. So, what are some ways you can switch to dark mode? Do you guys remember, like,
Setting.
yeah, through settings, or you can also do it through control center, right?
Control
Through
center,
the
yeah.
brightness control.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you secure your phone and info? I wish I could hide this.
You have to enter your passcode or
Yeah.
your face ID or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's exactly what you do.